Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a little update in my frag tank. As you can see, I have some stuff there going on already. I want to make this video in comparison to the first video that I did from the frag tank. Alright, so let's start. To begin with, I want to talk about the fish. So I have a fowl fish, Aptasia eating fowl fish. This guy has been super helpful in keeping all the pest Aptasia away. Also, I have a wrasse there. He got in the anemone cube. I have a couple anemones in there, and there is a tank somewhere around here. Where are you, buddy? Right there. So between those guys, they keep my frag tank clean of algae and Aptasia. So they are my helpers. So let's see what I have here. So I have a few soft pieces and so antis. Just to let you know, this tank has been extremely helpful by fragging, keeping stuff that I can keep in my main display, such as those anemones. You can see it right there. Okay. All right, let's talk about the equipment that I didn't have before. So to begin with, I have the mass peg, the new mass peg gyra. It's been a very nice pump. I really like it, the app, and how it moves the water. Also down here you can see the protein skimmer and the algae refugium light. I didn't have this before, I have it now, and I can tell you the system looks complete already. It is complete. So one last look. So like I said before, it's a very helpful tank. It helps me a lot with all the stuff that I have from the main display. When I want to frag something, if I don't have space to move it, I have it right here. I'm trying to have a stable system, so it takes a minute to kind of do that stuff. Okay, so the protein skimmer is a Reef Octopus 110 Classic Space Saver. When I designed the system, I designed that space specifically for that skimmer. As you can see, it's working very well. It's a little bit difficult to remove the cup because I have that, and but nevertheless, it comes out. I clean it up and put it back in. Not a big problem. This tank has no nutrients, excessive nutrients, I will say, because of the refugium and the protein skimmer. When I feed the fish, I don't feed heavily because I only have 3 fish, so the nutrients are very low. The light, like I showed before, the Castle A360, and is working perfectly. I really like the color, the balance between white and blue. Not too much blue, not too much white. And like I was saying before, so the stuff that I have in my main display that doesn't work and I want to transfer to here, that gorgonia is one example of it. Is dead. I had it in the main display and algae grabbed hold of it and it killed it completely. So I put it here, see if it recover. Unfortunately, it's not gonna make it. Having this frag tank helps a lot with that type of situations. Okay, and also you can see all my goodies right here. Here's my reservoir. I don't know if I talked about it in the last video about it. So the reservoir is mainly used for the Currently I'm only dosing cold water to the system. I also have a second pump that doses alkalinity, but it seems the cold water is more than enough for these few corals that I have in the system. So the pump gets the RODI water from the reservoir, injected in the reactor, and then the overflows into the system, the cold water. It's a neat system and it's been working pretty well. Everything is kind of very stable. I kind of like that type of system. The only thing that I don't like about the cold water is this sludge that makes and produces. Alright guys, finally let's talk about my aquascape. So when I show you the video, I only had the rack and I didn't have anything else. And I thought a little bit hard about this, and I know it's a frag tank and it's not supposed to look pretty or whatever, but at the same time, it's everybody sees this and I didn't want it to look like crap. So I made this kind of aquascape, and the inspiration behind it was to make like a rack, right? So as you can see, I have holes drilled in the rock, in the plates. You see that? 1, 2, you see that right there? Okay. So those holes, they fit perfectly. The frag plugs fit very well in those plugs. It's not that many holes, and I thought to myself, maybe in the future when I become an expert with SPS or high-end coral, I can set it up there and it's gonna look very nice, very appealing. Right now I only have these two pieces, a Recordia and these Cosomas right there. Those are the only two pieces right there. They're not glue or attached to the rock. They're in their own little pieces of rock. So if I sell them or move them or whatever, I can just grab it and that's it. Okay, so that aquascape, it's been a very long time since I did an aquascape, to be honest with you. I mean, my main display is 5 years old, and when I did the aquascape, I was just like experimenting with it. But recently I see a lot of videos online and on YouTube, especially from Tidal Gardens, if anybody is familiar with that. They show some amazing aquascapes they did with super glue and sand. So I decided to try it, and actually it worked pretty well. Now the tip with that is it only works on the dry stuff. It cannot be wet, or the super glue is not gonna bond properly. But the whole aquascape is, so if you notice, the aquascape right here is a main rock, is one big piece, the one in the middle, and it has 3 steps. Let's call it steps. It has 3 steps and each side. They're quite heavy. So if you see, they are connected and the points where they touch the rock, and that's super glue. A little bit of super glue, some sand, and I was extremely impressed when I finished the aquascape and that stuff was holding. I was like, this stuff is not gonna work. But I finished up and it worked perfectly, and it's solid. It's like rock solid, man. So I'm very proud of that. I pretty like it. It looks kind of neat. Okay, so that's my little tip about the aquascape in my frag tank. I have the anemones right there and their cage. That's an anemone cage, so I can host 3 anemones and whatever is on the bottom of it. So they have nowhere to go, and it's very easy to remove. I'm very proud of that. I'm becoming like an anemone expert when it comes to removing or holding anemones. If you keep them in the main system like this, they are going to wander around, and believe me, they are going to find the worst place for you to grab them, and you don't want that. Alright guys, so I hope you liked that little update. See ya in a minute. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you like that small update in my frag tank. I noticed some people like it, so I decided to just show it again, see how things are doing. Like I said before, it's super helpful to have an extra tank. When you have a main display and you want to move things around, having a second tank helps a ton. If you have a big display or if you have like super high-end stuff, having a frag tank, your disposal is a must. I love mine, and especially because I have the flexibility of moving things here and there. I hope you like it, and if you do, please consider hit me with a like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff.